I know what you're thinking looking at that thumbnail. Is this a real line that comes from a rapper that looks like a not-so-distant relative of the I'm Not Racist white guy? You'll find out real soon. Today is the day that the greatest trilogy since the Godfather films comes to a close. We've introduced the Whiteboy Trilogy looking at the 10 worst Tom MacDonald lyrics. We've looked at his Gravestones album track by track, and now in the finale, it's time to look at a rapper that may or may not be worse than Mr. Tom MacDonald himself. So let's bring this to an end once and for all. This is CDTVProductions, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the rapper known as Adam Calhoun. So the first question on a lot of your minds will be, who is Adam Calhoun, aka American Adam Calhoun, and why have I chosen him to size up with Tom MacDonald? To sum it up, he's a 40-year-old rapper from Chicago that supports Trump, probably wanks off to gifs of the American flag in his spare time, falls at about a 70 to 80% on the potential homophobe scale, and has made a few songs and statements that could be considered as controversial. And being an American right-wing rapper who also plans to run for president in 2024, you can imagine he's very vocal about his views and is one of those "you can't suppress my free speech" type of Americans who has millions of followers on social media and clearly is not being suppressed well enough. And he is a rapper that came to my attention with one song in particular, a song that displays that he has very different boundaries to someone like Tom MacDonald. So let's take a look at that song in question right now. Here's a statement I never thought I'd be saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you racism. Like, that's the name of the Adam Calhoun song I'm talking about, if that wasn't clear. The best way that I can put this is, imagine if the white guy from Joyner Lucas's I'm Not Racist video really was the one rapping that concept, all the N-words included at no additional cost. Because the concept is exactly the same, with Adam listing off stereotypes about poor white people in the first verse, and then listing off stereotypes about poor black people in the second verse, whilst rattling off said word like 2016 Tana Mojo is his spirit animal.
What the fuck you rapping for? Cracker ass cracker, got your rebel flag with your camo hat backwards. What the fuck you rapping for? Nigga ass nigga, got your sagging pants with your ass hanging out the back.
Now, say what you want about Tom MacDonald, but he has an awkward line where he admits that he would never say the N-word.
Cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say.
That's a line he doesn't cross. Adam said fuck it and crossed the line like 6 times here. Hard R included in the intro for people that would say the two different versions of the word are two different things. Nigga. It's one of those songs where, similar to Tom's music, the context is that it's all about equality.
Fuck it though, you a nigga and I'm just a cracker. They pin us against each other, sit back and they watch it happen.
Yes, this is the song that's supposed to bring America together, despite using incredibly divisive language throughout that's inherently gonna upset quite a few American people at least, for very obvious reasons. There's also the fact that the hook of the song exclusively focuses on the white side of things, and the verse about the black stereotypes just seems tacked on for a weaker version of the I'm Not Racist concept. Like, there's probably a better way to say we're not that different in terms of our nature as humans, and poverty and classism are the real enemy. But something like that wouldn't have been as controversial. And tell me that hook is not inspired by Whiteboy.
I don't care, kiss my ass. They call me redneck, white trash, say it bad. I don't care, kiss my ass. I don't care, kiss my ass. White boy, be a white boy.
How are you gonna bite from the GOAT, Adam Calhoun? Now, to be serious about it for a minute, my issue with that at its most basic level is about respect. You're making rap music, a genre pioneered by black people, and I'm sure some of the legendary rappers who pioneered the genre, and some current rappers, not all of them, but at least some of them, wouldn't appreciate the fact that a white rapper is using that platform to just drop that word everywhere that has and still is being used in a derogatory way against black people. It's not about censorship or taking away freedom of speech. Even with freedom of speech, you have the ability to not be ignorant to the impact of words. You're a rapper, you get paid off of the impact of words. Oh, and then add on to that this isn't even the first time that he's done this. Here it is used on a random song called Public Enemy that dropped before racism when there was even less of a point to say it.
Nigga, you ain't nothing, dude. Shit, he say nigga. Yeah, I did. Nigga, fuck you. Oh, I can't say that, but you can say that.
Adam Calhoun believes the world would look like this if white people could say the N-word without consequences. Other notable lines from him are, Black lives claim they still chained. Last I checked, I don't own no slaves. Take that fucking towel off your head. I don't like the way you're wearing it. Allahu Akbar, I'm sick of hearing it from terrorists. But he's not racist, guys. He's not racist. Adam Calhoun doesn't see color unless it's red, white, and blue, baby. But it isn't only the boundaries aspect where I feel like Adam is worse than Tom. This isn't purely based off of that. I listened to 4 albums from him, and overall, I feel like his music lacks the fun that Tom MacDonald has in his. A good chunk of it falls into the category of country rap, or at the very least has a lot of very country rap influenced elements, and that is definitely my least favorite subgenre. The hooks aren't as sticky because even Tom MacDonald sometimes has catchy hooks. And Tom has the advantage of his colorful and usually very visually pleasing music videos. With Adam Calhoun's, there wasn't really that much in them that made them pop out to me. Adam obviously is going for a bit of a different, more serious sound than Tom is with his music, but in this particular case, it makes him less interesting and less memorable to me. There's less pizzazz in Adam's music is what I'm trying to say. The production that he picks doesn't stand out to me all that much either. There's the country rap influenced beats that I mentioned earlier, particularly on his Americal album, which I'm just really not a fan of. Although the beat on Whiskey Fiddle, that's kind of bumping. That one sounds kind of hard. Maybe around 70% of his other songs are just dime a dozen hip hop production that is well produced and is decent enough, but it doesn't really make him stand out as an artist. It's hard for me to remember what most of the songs on War or The Throne sound like because there's nothing in the way that he works with the beats that makes them memorable. And as a rapper, Adam actually can have really smooth flows, nice deliveries when he's not yelling, and nicely written verses, but there was only one project where that really stood out to me, and that was on Billy Goat. Billy Goat felt like the one where he really wanted to rap and just take the yelling and stuff down a peg and show that he could write fairly well, and I think it worked on that project. The Dollar from that album is probably the best song that he's ever made, which is funny because at the start of it he says something along the lines of, I'm not good at making this sad rap. Adam, that song washes your entire discography. That was the best album I heard from him. I don't really have that much that's bad to say about it, but with all the other 3, there's nothing that's going to keep me coming back to them. He's not pure garbage or anything like that. He doesn't get any of the fundamentals of rapping wrong, and some of you guys might even enjoy his music, but it's definitely not for me, and I think some of the stuff that he says is pretty ignorant to the genre that he's in. Hey, if you enjoy a nauseating degree of patriotism, then it might be for you. So, is Adam truly a rapper that's worse than Tom MacDonald? I would say so. As much as I hate to say it, Tom is just more of an entertaining person to listen to. He puts more fun into his music. Even if it's corny fun, it still has some life to it, you know? That is my biggest issue with most of Adam's music. I wasn't really entertained. But believe it or not, there are rappers that are worse than Adam Calhoun. I just chose him to talk about because I feel like I have a bit more to say about him than the other people I could have chose for this video. The rabbit hole of these kind of rappers just keeps going down and down from Mises to Bryson Gray, etc, etc, but it is a rabbit hole that I am done going down for now and hopefully forever, because when you make videos on these kind of rappers, you unfortunately have to deal with some of the most obnoxious fan bases in the world. Nowhere near all Adam Calhoun fans are like that, but I'm just saying, about a week after this video goes out, come back to it and sort the comments by newest, and you'll see what I mean. Wow, I've made it the whole video without even talking about some of his embarrassing takes in his YouTube videos, like when he was triggered by Lil Nas X's Industry Baby music video, for being like any other mainstream music video.
As someone that's been to prison, that is not how prison is. There's not a bunch of happy black guys dancing naked in the showers like that.
No shit, Adam. It's a music video.
How come this video is not age restricted? You have a child? A young child? They see this! That you understand. They want to show this to your kids!
But he's all about equality, guys. Give it up for Adam Calhoun, bringing America together one step at a time. But I think if I did cover all his bad takes in his YouTube videos, this one would end up being longer than the Gravestones review, so let's end it right here. So that brings the Whiteboy Trilogy to a close, and speaking of that Gravestones review, you can click right here to watch it. Thank you everyone for watching. Let me know how you feel about Adam's music down in the comments below, and a huge shout out to my biggest supporters on Patreon, and those are Big Daddy Foe, David, I Am Region, iRunner, Psycho Sam Productions, and Archie99.